I know he's not in the race anymore, but he could very well be Donald Trump's, I don't know, Secretary of Education. Um, I mean, Surgeon General wouldn't bother me too much.
May I just say thank
of
you?
all the problems that were going to be around there. But because Michael misses doing Ben Carson so much, we must play Ben Carson talking about how he could have been ripped off by people who were managing his campaign. But what he really means is that I think we may have ripped off a bunch of people.
Dr. Ben Carson, the native Detroiter who made a run for president, dropped out a short while back, and threw his support to Donald Trump, which surprised a lot of people, quite frankly. Dr. Carson here to talk about it this morning and the state of American politics as he views it. Let's do a quick analysis, if we might, Dr. Carson, of your own campaign. As you sort of do the, excuse me for using the phrase, autopsy on it, what do you think? What do you think went wrong with it?
Well, there were a number of problems. The people that were hired to run the campaign were not people that I knew. But I was told that they were really good people, and what they were just political people looking for a political job. And when they saw that, my name was attracting a lot of money, they began to take advantage of that situation. Let me tell you, if I were ever to do it again, I would obviously have a very different approach in terms of the kinds of people that you brought in to do things for you. But, you live and you learn. Mm. And, if I ever do write about it, I would write about all the things that were learned, because I really think that our system was designed for citizen statesmen, not for career politicians. Mm. But citizen statesmen don't necessarily know all the ins and outs, the intricacies of the system and how corrupt it is. And they have to be prepared early on to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, in other words, we're going to hear Ben Carson say that again in a moment. But what Ben Carson is saying is that our system was designed for people who don't know anything about what they're doing, which, of course, leads to situations like I just went through, where we ripped off all of our supporters. I still subscribe to that system that I think should be there, and definitely think that I'm qualified to be that guy who can be so easily fleeced. And that's why we should have people who have no experience or knowledge about what they're doing enter into that field.
I mean, look, I'm not an archaeologist. I am a pretty bright person. But even I found the process entirely overwhelming. Being president is easy and straightforward. Running for president is near impossible because of the Alinskyite tactics that are deployed by the media and others involved in the process. Donald Trump, on another note, is a very thoughtful person. He had people. I was at a rally for him, and he told his supporters to remove the noose from around my neck. And that's an example of the type of can-do leadership that he embodies and will bring to the nation. Facebook memes in our textbooks instead of textbooks.
The best part is he's still good friends with Armstrong Williams, who apparently hired all the people who fleeced him.
Very good friends with Armstrong Williams. Let me just say that again. Very good friends. And think of a pattern of lines.
Now, I want to say that we did hear about the bubble baths with you as well and Armstrong Williams. And, of course, that never came up. That was the type of thing that we abhor and we don't want to get involved in.
In my view, having a bubble bath with Armstrong Williams done for the country. See, listen to that. Done for the country is a very Christian behavior. And the liberal media, see, they're going to go run with that. Oh, you take bubble baths with Armstrong Williams. When we're trying to save the country, it's the politics of personal destruction.
I think our founding fathers really set up a system where you would take a bubble bath with Armstrong Williams. That is That was, if you read some of the lesser-known Federalist Papers.
And then Lincoln,
Everybody reads the popular ones. But when you start getting up into like the 200s and the 300s and the 400s and the 500s of the Federalist Papers.
Starts to get more speculative.
Yeah, things become a little bit more spicy.
I saw a Facebook post just the other day that was from, of course, Abraham Lincoln, who was a founding father, that said explicitly that those who want to do on for the country what they would want to do unto themselves should take bubble baths with other eligible bachelors.
According to the Federalist Papers, number 1053. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.